Today, we will be exposing Mr. Bezos's web of lies. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Right, welcome back everyone. My name's Paul. This is Milo Studios. There's a parental advisory. My language is construction grade. If it's not for you, then you can leave a comment like Cedric. What a polite, lovely fellow. Thank you, Cedric. No one gives a flying fuck if you're offended, though, brother. So, and what on earth possessed you to click on a guitar video? Mr. Bezos lied to me. I bought this guitar. The reason I bought it very simply and quickly is because lots of you suggest, would you review Amazon's cheapest guitar? It's a video that's been done 1,000 times by 1,000 content creators, influencers, if you want to be sick in your mouth. But it does move and change, and as we all know, Amazon lies about reviews. They inflate sales, they give extra stars, it's all fucking bollocks, innit? You get reviews from women like Sharon. It's arrived on time, I haven't opened it yet. Well, thank you, Sharon. What a fucking enlightening review that you've put there. Absolutely, the world applauds you for putting that information out into the ethos, you dense ginger wench. Now, she might not be ginger, but I'm just assuming, all right? I'm just assuming all the kids I went to school with that are ginger, thick as fuck. I bought this guitar thinking I'll do that. Never heard of that brand. It's going to be an absolute howler. And they sent a fucking Glarry glitter. Oh my God. So I've been sent a Glarry glitter. I've done one before on the channel a year and a half ago. It arrived, it had one of those fake fretboards. It was made of reconstituted wildebeest hooves and it was absolute shit. The pickups were quite good though. Didn't mind the pickups at all. And after we did a bit of work on it, I think I refretted it. I went to town on that guitar, wasted me time for clicks. You do it all for clicks. It's YouTube, you prick. Everything's for clicks. So they've sent me a Gilmore Glarry. It also came with the amplifier, which will not feature on today's video. It's not as bad as some of the ones I've seen. It will get a beginner over the line, like a piece of porn found in the woods, but it's pretty shit, all right? So that's not the end of the world. We're not judging her on this. This was this amount of pounds. I can't even remember. I'll sell it to you for the same amount. I don't know why my left arm's down here. He's gone a bit fucking limp. Apparently, if you sit on it, it feels like your uncle. Now, I've used that joke before, but it's not funny. Well, isn't it? It's hilarious, isn't it? Now, this thing, no doubt, will be fine. The neck on this one is actually made of real wood. Real maples, Chinese maple. Say what you will about the Chinese, but they grow a lovely bit of maple. It's a two-piece neck. It's pretty standard, to be honest. It's a normal truss rod. We've got some bent saddle doofers. The neck is big and chunky. It's custom shop. This neck is custom shop spec. It is a fat boy. And I'm going to make this thing play lovely. It's got a terrible handshake. Phil would call out the handshake because he loves a reach around. Let's find out what's shit. Out come the tools that the average Glarry shudders at. He can't handle it. He don't like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is tune it up and we'll take some measurements how this has arrived out of the box. It comes with a whammy bar. I will not be engaging any wiggling in today's episode because I'm incapable. I'm using the lovely little D'Addario clip-on tuner in A440.
2 very boring minutes later.
What's this like out of the box? Let's have a little look. I think the neck's going to be pretty straight because it is the size of a baseball bat. I'm going to have to put on the queef protectors. Oh, getting down onto one knee. It takes longer to get down onto one knee, doesn't it, as you get older? Yep. So that neck has got a little bit more than a queef of relief. It's got the safety set up. I don't think we're going to get any surprises. Close enough for a Glarry glitter. Let's have a little check and see what sort of dimensions we've got. This guitar is going to be bought by an absolute mung bean most of the time. They're not going to have a clue what they're looking at. They've never turned a knob or a screw. They don't know how any of this works. Neither do I, barely. So what are they going to expect? First, all right, let's just take it back to absolute basics. Does it play or does it make horrible twangy noises? It's not bad at all. The strings are terrible. I don't know what they're made of, but it's not metal. It's some other pot metal. That's what everyone quotes in it. You can't buy the reissue of a Floyd Rose because it'll be made of pot metal. No one who writes that knows what pot metal is. And I'll let you into a little secret. I haven't got a fucking clue either. Don't know why I keep taking these off. I'm blind as fuck. Right, so the nut is cut to over 1 millimetre. So that's going to affect things and it's going to make it very, very shit. And we've got a 2.2 mil action. That will lower quite a lot just adjusting the nut. That will drop that down a fair bit. It played all right. That is the bare minimum of setup from the factory. That is, I mean, let's be honest, it's shit, innit? It's dog shit. Pick your breed. Pick your breed. Milk it first, though. It's playable. Timmy in his bedroom could knock out a Nirvana tune on that. Don't know what came over me there. It might have been the dog that this was made of. So, let's see how good we can make it, shall we? I'm going to have a little check for cheeky rockers. If you don't know what a cheeky rocker is, we use a rocker, get a good one. Don't buy shit tools. Don't buy shit guitars. £250, £200, you can get some absolute world beaters. Right, I've got a rocker. We're going to have fucking rockers, aren't we? Of course they're rocking. There are no surprises in that. Let's take these strings off because they are hideous. Don't cut the strings off under... I looked on Facebook the other day and you should not cut them off under tension. Every time you do so, a camel might die. That's your wife in danger then, Trevor, innit? You crayon-eating cunt. Comment below, who's the thickest person you went to school with? There was a few proper specials at my school. Back in my day, used to mix them all up. Well, I've got some sticky balls in here. Not Siggy's balls though, they are sticky. I'm going to use the bar from a spoke wheel truss rod and I'm just going to push that back and poke it down through. You might have to use something a bit skinnier, like your willy. Right, so I've been up and down the frets and they do not respond to tapping them in. So I'm assuming Glarry, they all look pretty well seated, to be honest. So the rocking all over the shop is going to be down to shit fret wire. And I think Glarry, they might even glue these in. This neck is completely it's probably got a sanding sealer on it, but it feels very unfinished, very rough. I'm going to do a fret level recrown and polish on this. I'll just do it as a speedy uppy. We'll enjoy some cheeky tunes and I'll whip through it because there's some more interesting points I want to look at. We'll have a little look at the traditional trem. We'll set the nut up. I'll change the string trees to some roller ones just to give this thing half a chance. The nut was stickier than an otter's pocket, so we need to sort that out. And we'll go through it at the end, a little bit of the finer nuance. So enjoy the speedy uppy. Yes, it's AI music. I don't agree with AI music, but a subscriber made this and sent it in to me for the channel. That's an example of where AI music is a bit of fun, isn't it? So don't comment, AI music, because we fucking know you cum piece.
What's the crack? What's the crack? What's the catch? What's the catch? Gonna build a guitar totally from scratch. We make mistakes, but carry on, carry on. We live and learn and make another one. LPs and SGs, another Fender Strat. P90 pickups, it's gonna sound real fat. This build is epic, it's sure the best by far. My house is building another great guitar. Sausage, pretzel, maple, nick, a perfect finger blaster. Is it a funky PRS or Ramon Bean Telecaster? There's a bit of swearing, that's the Mile House way. So if that's not your thing, you really don't have to stay.
Turn off that pedal show because they always go right over my head with actual knowledge and facts. Fuck it, I wish I could absorb it, but I can't. I am as thick as I fucking sound. Right, I need to knock this nut out. For that, we need this one and a hammer. Good afternoon, Peter. We're going to knock the nut out sideways. I'm going to try and support it with this one here. Out she comes. Now this is a plastesium nut. It's made of utter cum socks. Look at that, absolute gem. I've had a stronger paracetamol. Here's me box of nuts. We've got a Geiger bone nut. Oh, she's a little bit loose in the hole, but not too bad. Just to sum up the fret level, recrown and polish, I whipped through it. You've seen a speedy uppy bit. The fret wire is quite soft. It wasn't too bad. It's got a massive bevel on them, the full 45 bevel. It's a toss up with your bevels, all right? And I don't mean that to be rude, but when you have a bigger bevel, a sloopier sloperson, you feel the frets a lot less, so that it feels more comfortable, more slick. If you have less of a bevel, you've got more fret surface, less likely to fall off, go in the wrong hole and ring a doorbell. And we've all been in trouble for doing that. You've got to avoid that. So we'll stick that one in. Before I stick it in, I just want to get him a little bit shorter. This is really technical. I'm just going to get a bit of sandpaper, and all I'm going to do is just a few passes either way. I'm going to round it. When you're working with bone, it's always good to sniff it. That's better. Do as much work on your nut as you can before it goes in. Just take the Harris's off. A Harris is a sharp corner or edge. Old British carpentry talk, I think. It might be international. I don't know. I talk a lot of bollocks. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll get away with murder here because this neck is just a sanding sealer on it. So you can do a little bit of sanding in situ. It's not going to be the end of the world. It will still look the same. But if you've got like a glossy neck, you've got to be a bit wary of that. You've got to get as much done to that before it goes in. You don't want to be filing against a glossy neck. Logic, common sense, lacking in the world. Got kids walking around that think they're fucking cats. I'm going to leave that loose and I'm going to string it up, and then I can just check the height of that nut with the first two strings and we'll get an idea whether it needs shimming. Oh, you got to cover up your pickups, otherwise the world will end. Dario have sent me a big box of 25 sets. Oh, I like to rub it on my left tit. That's my right tit. I like to rub it on my right tit every now and again. I'll leave that in the edit. Inside there is a big giant black worm full of strings. I'll show you at the end. Should we do one quick run through of how I do a tuner? Just the one. Go cut the other side of the next tuner. Machine head, if you prefer. Get out your preferred tuning peg winder. I like to go with Bosch 12 volt. I'm going to stick that through the hole so he's just sticking out the nubbin in reverse. Under the wind. I've lost me nut. That was professional.
Many unbearable hours later.
Right, at this point, I found me nut. I found it. At this point, we can just double check what that nut height is. It's a mil on the low E, but on the high E, it's 0.6. So I think I'll leave that as it is and we'll cut it down with the files and then we'll have a little look how we're getting on. I'll string that one up and we'll come back when I'm doing nut files, yeah? Right, so the last little thing, rudely interrupted by Steve the electrician, cantankerous old fucker, but he's gone now and I've been and had me lunch. So I'm just going to cut the nut down. I've got my new bone nut in, it feels smooth. It was a little bit slack in the slot, but not that slack. We've dealt with slacker, so that's fine. We've got over that. Bit of CA glue, we're away. Just a couple of spots of CA glue. Don't go fucking lathering it in and filling it up, all right? Because you'll never get the bugger out. So I am on the Crimson Nut Slot files, which is just the biggest bargain of the century. We're starting at 4.6. This is the Dario 10 to 46s. I'm going to check my nut height. And I'm at 1.1 mil on the low E, but this nut is not cut particularly low. So I'm just going to pop that one out of the way and cut him down. Your first few cuts are probably going to be widening the slot to match this file. So you can go, if you want to play safe, all right, just go 0.6, 0.6, 0.5, 0.5, 0.4, 0.4. If you cut a nut slot and it's 0.45 and you're aiming for 0.4, your fingers are not a fucking CNC. You will not feel the difference. It's fine. Anything below 0.6, really, you've got to fret quite hard to start throwing intonation out. So 0.6, 0.5, 0.4 as you go down, and that'll do you fine. I'll run through what I'm going to do when I turn the cameras off, because quite frankly, I'm bored of editing the same old shit. I'm going to set my action to 1.6 on the lowy, and then 1.4 on the high. And then, I hope no one's listening outside. What an absolute piece. I'm going to match the radius of my strings to the radius of the fretboard, which is so irrelevant on a Glarry. I mean, who honestly gives a flying fuck? It's going to be a 12-inch radius, isn't it? It's 12-inch radius, all right, standard Chinesium. I was going to measure that neck before I put the strings on, and I should really do that. So that neck is actually 23mm at the first fret. It's proper old school custom shop spec. It doesn't get a lot thicker as it goes up, and I didn't measure it, so you'll have to forgive me. It's a Glarry glitter. Let's not get bunged down with all the details. It's not going to matter a fuck. So 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, match your fretboard radius with your strings, 1.6, 1.4, we should be well away. I'll dick around with the pickup heights because they are wound up pretty high at the minute. I'll go 2mm from the strings when fretted on the neck. Middle pickup, whatever you fucking want. No one uses it anyway. Controversial. And then I'll just wind and dick around with this one till it's a little bit louder. Dilute to taste, all right, it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to do anything special with the electronicaries. Who gives a flying fuck? The tuners feel pretty good, not too bad. We've got one stiffy, but that's all right. That's a luxury some of us can't afford. I'm going to lubricate the nut with D'Addario's Man Monk, which is absolute wondrous stuff. See you down in Fritzl's. I will be dressed by the time the cameras go back on. Right, I'm going to do a walk on because I've already filmed this once and my battery died. Battery exhausted, she said. I'm fucking exhausted. On both cameras. Right, here we go. We're back from downstairs. This is, there's nothing wrong with this at all. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. The first Glarry guitar I got, and I hope I wasn't part of the decline of the Glariness. Check out the ad on Amazon. Look, they've removed all signs of Glarry glitterness. Maybe because of the reputation, I don't know. That first guitar, the fretboard made of reconstituted anthills, was absolute dog shit. Awful, awful thing. This, their maple neck, of all the cheap guitars, I fucking love it. Absolutely, it's huge. Honestly, oh, I'll give you the exact dimensions because I'm that sort of guy. It is 23.3mm thick at the first fret. That's about 2mm thicker than, 3mm thicker than a lot of guitars. An Ibanez is about 19. The average Fender is about 20.5. This is 23.3. She's a big chunk. It's more of a PRS profile, but it's still got a bit of a shoulder on it. So it's a nice neck, and it only gets 1mm thicker at the 12th. That's quite technical for me, isn't it? 24.3 at the 12th. It's a 42mm nut, and it's a size up this end as well. Love it. I would, if you like fat necks, right, this is weird. I never thought I'd say this. If you're building yourself a parts caster, if you want to have a go at making a guitar body, because that's the easy bit, innit? It's not easy, but it is. I said to someone earlier on in the comments, it's easy once you've made your first 100 fuck-ups. If you want to make a body and you need a donor neck, that's a great neck. Now, this guitar, if you buy it just the maple one, without all the shit that comes with it, the amp and stuff, it's about 70 quid. well, you get half decent neck out of that. You get everything else you need. You can make a body and throw this thing away. Don't know what that's made of. Might be wood, might not. The trem's pretty, it's all right. You need to put a new nut on it. You can have a go at fretwork. If you fuck it up, it don't matter. You can have a go at refretting it. If you fuck that up, try it again. Who cares? It's a real cheap donor guitar, but the most important thing is there's no other brand that's making that chunky a neck. So if you like a fat neck, awesome choice. The fret wire itself, pretty soft. You can tell when you're cutting it and filing it and stuff. It's pretty soft. If you're a prolific player and you wear frets out, you go through them quicker than a fucking bag of cheese. I don't know where that came from. Shall we ask Phil if he wants to wank off the Glarry or give him a ring? Are you coming over? Because I'll wait, I'll turn the cameras off, you can come back in a minute. All right, mate. How's it been anyway? It's quite warm over your part of the woods. Come in, mate. She's over there.
Oh my God, I see what you mean. They're so, I can feel that they're quite soft, but that would get me over the line for sure.
So everyone's got involved. I've got tight hair now. Never said that before. Great little guitar, to be fair. It needed a fret level recrown and polish, but when we got it, 2.2 action, bit of a high nut, played all right. Little Timmy in his bedroom, like this cunt in the advert, be fine, absolutely fine. Get him some headphones though, because a twat will drive you insane. Special wave, everyone. If you're following any affiliate links, you can use the Fertilizer code. You have to copy and paste that one. Other ones, just put the code in. Radiant Tools, Crimson Tools, Didario, all that fucking chuff piece. Welcome to YouTube. QVC for tards.